Hello, everyone. I would like to begin this week's email with a short reflection and teaching based upon this week's Parsha. Parshat Mishpatim lays the foundation for a just and moral society, commanding us to protect the vulnerable and uphold righteousness. Among its many laws, we read, "You shall not mistreat a stranger nor oppress him, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt." This verse reminds us that justice is not just an ideal, but a sacred obligation. And yet, this week, we are confronted with the unbearable injustice of loss, receiving the devastating news that 4 Israeli hostages are no longer with us, and that their bodies will be returned on Thursday. Although names have not been confirmed and the families of all the hostages have asked for privacy at this time, it is impossible to comprehend the depth of this loss, the cruelty inflicted, the innocent lives stolen. We sit now in the darkness of grief, of rage, of despair, awaiting their arrival back on Israeli soil after 502 days of captivity. There are no words to ease this grief, no explanation that can justify such cruelty. We mourn their lives, stolen from them and from us, and we allow ourselves to feel the weight of sorrow, the sting of anger, the deep wound of a world that is not yet redeemed. It is natural, human, to feel rage in the face of such horror. The murder of innocents is an act of pure cruelty, and our tradition does not ask us to suppress our pain. Even God's own justice is accompanied by deep emotion. As we see through the Torah, there is anger at injustice. There is sorrow for the suffering of the innocent. The question is not whether we feel rage, but what we do with it. Parshat Mishpatim teaches us that justice is not just about vengeance. In fact, it is not about vengeance at all. But it is about building a world where righteousness prevails. It commands us, do not follow the majority to do evil. Do not pervert justice in your disputes. Our rage must fuel our resolve to stand against evil, to protect life, to strengthen our people. Acting justly does not mean surrendering our grief or our fury. It means refusing to let them consume us. It means turning our pain into purpose, our sorrow into solidarity, and our anger into action that upholds the values our enemies seek to destroy. This is the hardest path, but it is the Jewish path. Our tradition teaches us that when we uphold justice, we bring God's presence into the world. So today, we honor those hostages not only by mourning their loss, but by ensuring that love triumphs over hatred, that our people stand strong, and that their memory is a blessing that fuels our resilience. This week, do an act of kindness in their name. This week, give tzedakah to a source near your heart. This week, take an opportunity to engage with words of Torah or connect to our CBT community by reviewing the flyers and the many opportunities listed in this week's email. There is no greater defiance against those who seek to destroy us than coming together in unity, strengthening our bonds, and continuing to build a vibrant, unshakable community. In the face of great darkness, the greatest act of resilience is to stand together, unwavering, and prove that our spirit, our faith, and our people will never be broken. Am Yisrael Chai.